Excellent. So once you've sketched the diagram, we're going to make sure that we have the two veins on top and the two arteries underneath, so to speak. So if you can see, the two veins are quite thick, quite large in diameter, and the two arteries are much smaller in diameter. Okay? So we face it down. What we want to do is we want to make sure that we have the septum, the middle of the heart, running down the middle. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut 1 centimetre either side of the septum. So we're going to cut 1 centimetre into the right hand side of the heart and 1 centimetre into the left hand side of the heart. Okay? These knives are very, very sharp. You don't need to cut like a steak knife. All you need to do is do one nice neat little drag, and that will get you there. So we're 1 centimetre either side of the septum, and you can see that it opens up, and we'll just cut away a bit more of the fat. Okay? Once you've done that, you can see that this wall is quite thin, and inside we have the chamber. Okay? Running down the middle again, we have what's called the septum. Now if we go to the left hand side of the heart, and we cut down there, some of them have a bit of fat, and you might have a bit of trouble getting through the fat. This side, by comparison, I think we can see this wall is much, much thicker than this wall. Can everyone see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so one wall's quite thin and one wall's really thick. So this being the thick wall must mean that that's the left-hand side of the heart. Why does that mean it's the left-hand side of the heart?
Because it pumps blood around the body.
The left-hand side of the heart pumps blood around the whole of the body. So the left-hand side of the heart is the thicker wall. The right-hand side of the heart receives blood from the body, so that's the thinner wall. That means that we were correct in saying that this vein here was the vena cava, and that this vein here was actually the pulmonary vein. Okay? Now if we have a look at this, these aren't very good to stick through, but if we want to have a look through where these holes actually come out, if this hole here comes out on that side, that must mean that the left-hand side spurts blood out through this artery. If the left-hand side, the thick wall, is passing blood through that artery, that means that artery is called what?
Aorta.
The aorta. The aorta goes to the rest of the body. The thickest side is pumping to the rest of the body. Therefore, this must be the aorta. Therefore, what do we think the other artery is? Pulmonary artery. So let's check, and we can see that that actually goes through to the right-hand side. Okay, so can everyone see that? That one goes through to the right-hand side, and the other one went through to the left-hand side. Now, when you get this, I'm going to get you guys to do the same thing. Okay, so you just have a play with them, stick them through like that, and make sure you can see where each part goes. So as long as you orient the heart, and you know that the thickest side is the left-hand side, the thinner side is the right-hand side, and we can label the veins appropriately, then we can find out where actually the arteries come from, and which one's the aorta, and which one's the pulmonary artery. Okay? Remember, the arteries have this really sort of thick tubing, and it's quite small to maintain high pressure. The veins, really quite elastic, and don't really appear to have any tubing, because they return blood to the heart. Okay, so they're under low pressure as opposed to the arteries under high pressure. That'll do. Thanks, Lexi.